we will get waiting. If you guys don't mind putting in the chat your land investing, let's do land investing experience, Dan, if you've done any deals, and also where you're located.
Yeah, absolutely. We are live for another week here on YouTube Live. Excited to get into it. Have some exciting things to announce. Good deals to review, bad deals to review, questions, all of that good stuff. It is a live Q&A. We're live here, Ron. Excited to get into it, guys. Welcome in, Eli. Welcome, Gabe. Welcome, Max.
Put your questions in the chat. We have some deals coming in here, Dan.
I'm bottom right screen, Ron. Split us.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that. There we go.
Deal review, PA signed. Good job, Gabe. Got a PA here. Nice. And if you guys are loading in and you're here for another week, you're new, hit that like button under us. Let's get this algorithm pumping, see if we can get some people in here, get some good questions, deal reviews. Hit that like button under here. If you guys don't mind, if you guys enjoy what we bring. Welcome, Chris. Welcome, Megan. Omaha, Nebraska. Kathy.
I didn't know Megan was out there.
Brand new from Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, put a if you have a deal, Nate. Sorry, what'd you say?
I said, look at that like button getting smashed, going up, going up.
Yeah, hit that like button, guys. That helps. Obviously, spread the word a little bit. Like, subscribe button, those all help. Yeah, put a deal. I saw someone, I forget who it was. Nathan, put the information in the chat. We do only have 30 minutes, guys. We try to get through as many deals, as many questions as possible. Put your questions in the chat. I'll share my. No, never mind. But let's get to it here, Dan. Any questions in there?
Let's see. Going through. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. A lot of people joining up. Hey, get your questions in. Looks like Megan put a deal in there for us to review. We know you guys like watching all the deal reviews, but questions as well. Anything at all. If you guys are new to the space, any land flipping, land investing questions, real estate questions, we'll go over some deals. 2 days ago, new Wanda. Welcome, Wanda. Okay, let's say King Hoodie asked a good question here. What's your steps for vetting a good land deal?
So you get the purchase agreement back. What vetting it? I mean, it's due diligence. It's first off, check about the land, like just quick due diligence. We're gonna go over that real fast on ID Land when we're going over this deal. Look at the physical aspects of the land, look at everything like that, see if the price makes sense, and then you can start doing due diligence, calling the county, getting deeds pulled, zoning, everything like that. What are your steps for vetting a good land deal? And then, I mean, it just comes down to price at the end of the day. If the land's good or average, it comes down to price. Like, we try to buy things at 50% of market value. Max.
Exactly. And then the second question on top, Joshua Whittle asked, how do you guys get funded on deals if you have a lead? To get funded, you need a purchase agreement or some sort of agreement with the seller. You're not going to get funded based on a lead. So you need an agreement, first step. Second step, it needs to be good land at a good price. If you do have those things, which I assume you do, there's plenty of land out there. If not, go get one. You will bring it to a different investor. We have a ton of them in our community, in our Discord. If you're a member, we offer it to our members. Lots of ways to get funded. There's millions and millions and millions of dollars in the community. We have personally millions and millions of dollars out in funding right now. So we do it a lot. Other people do it. Some really good funders in there. So if you have a good deal, it's not difficult to get funded.
No, not at all. All right, we're going to get to this deal, Dan. We're in Ben Hill County, Georgia. We have, let me see the acreage on here, 6.45 acres. Looks like the member is under contract for $13,000, and they're seeing if this is a good deal, basically getting us the check if it's a good deal. Excuse me. I love the shape. So the first things I'll kind of talk through my mind looking at this deal. So we have dirt road access. It looks like people are coming all the way down here, so your quality of access, I think, will be fine. If your property was down here somewhere or something like this, I would definitely get this road a little more checked out. Your access looks great. Shape is amazing. I mean, this is just very, very high quality land from my initial look in.
Yeah. What state are we in?
Georgia, Ben Hill County.
Oh, nice. Ben Hill. Yeah. And how many acres for what price?
It is 6.45 acres for $12,000.
It's a very desirable size. I love that. 4 to 6 acres is usually the most desirable. For how much?
12,000. So I mean that price
Oh,
seems
wow.
really,
Yeah,
really
this is
good.
gonna you got land like this, you could split this in 2 if you really wanted also, and have 2 3-acre lots and get a lot more out of it maybe, but this is a very straightforward deal. We're gonna check price. So Ron's got the slope pulled up here, those lines in between it. We always look at the slope. Those yellow lines are called the contour lines. If you guys are new, if you guys have been here, you've heard me say this a few thousand times by now. But the contour lines tells you the space between, are those 20-foot lines?
10.
Those are 10-foot lines. So it's very, very flat. That's between each line, there's 10 feet going up around. Is that, I can't see.
Yeah, yeah. I'll zoom in a little bit for you
10
guys.
feet going up. Yeah. So exactly. And that's a dirt road. Beginners would say it's a dirt road. It's not desirable. Dirt roads are not bad, especially when you get into rural America. Some people like them. Like they're just not, they're not going to deter buyers off. You see all these neighbors. There's not many vacant parcels around here. You got a neighbor across the street, neighbor to the east, neighbor all across the street. This is fairly built out and it looks desirable. I love this land. This is really solid. 6 acres, 12,000. I'd be shocked if this would work out.
Yeah, so we're going to look at floodplain as well. You can see some floodplain over there. Obviously, that doesn't affect us. Wetlands, no wetlands. Again, you see wetlands a little bit all over. Water features, if there's a creek or anything, you can see creek running up here. But, I mean, it's about as straightforward as you guys can get in terms of land. Mobile home friendly community, it looks like. It's just you're going to have a lot of buyers for something like this. If you're in for $12,000, like Dan said, I just have a hard time
See how
seeing this
rural this
deal.
is, guys? This is all right. Like there's buildings, but this is out there. But that's all right because you have properties all next door. I'm sure you did your due diligence in the county selection, making sure something like this will sell. We'll be able to see real quick on Zillow, also looking at comps and looking at sold comps and seeing how long they took to sell, which is something we do very often. But the mobile home guys, normally you might say if you get a property next to a mobile home with a dirt road, like this isn't desirable at all. There's a price for everything. And honestly, at that price and low restrictions, a lot of times these are highly, highly, highly sought after because people want to be able to go to land and do whatever they don't want. They don't want restrictions. They want just easy to access, good to get to, low restrictions, good price property that they can throw a mobile home on. This is rural America here.
Yeah, so we're in I'm looking on Zillow now for comps, seeing what we can sell for. You're all, not us, but seeing what this member can sell it for. You're all in for 12, or you're going to be all in for $13,000 after closing cost. We have 6 acres. Here's 8 acres that sold for 29,000. Looks like somewhat similar land. Sold in one day though. Like this shows that they were probably underpriced a little bit. Sold in one day for asking price. 16 for 68, a little too high acreage for me. Here's 10 for 37. That's $4,000 an acre, give or take. Let's see if this one sold really fast too. This is a pretty old comp. This comp's from 2021, Dan. Let's see if there's anything for sale. Okay, so we have 6 for, one thing we always talk about, guys, is undercutting the market. Here's 6 acres for sale for 36.6. You can see this has 34 saves in 21 days. Pretty good, probably a little bit overpriced. What I like on this property in particular, Dan, that we're selling is probably listing at like 29.9. I think you will flip it in a day, 2 days, 5 days if you list it somewhere 30,000, 31,000, 29.9, something like that.
This is a good deal if you have 12,000 to fund yourself. You flip this into 30-something thousand really quick, I think. I like this a lot. I just think it's so low risk when you have A plus land in a B plus area. It's just, and the price is an A. Like it just makes sense across the board. That's how I look at things usually. I'll look at the price, I'll look at the land, and I'll look at the location. And then I'll kind of grade them that. And location, I mean desirability. I don't mean the net worth of the people there, or the median income or anything like that. And how long is this going to take to get off the market? That's what I look at.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like everything Dan said. So Augustine asked, how much do you sell that for? I think this will sell fast for, like I said, $30,000, very conservatively in my mind.
Cheaper area than I originally thought, but yeah, still good.
For sure. Yeah, I was expecting a little more, honestly, but I think you might be able to get more out of it. But that other comp being for sale, that's what kind of...
You're competing against that too.
You're competing with this comp directly. Like this is a direct competition to your property. Until this sells, like you can't sell something for more than that for sure.
Surprised that haven't gone yet. That looks nice too, but that should go around that price. I would be surprised if not. It's already been on 23 days. That's a good sign. The 34 saves. Yeah, undercut that a little bit. Let's see what other questions we got. Let's keep it moving, guys. get your questions in here. We'll go over all of them. Do we have any other deals or anything, Ron?
I'll get to Megan's deal here in a minute. What are your thoughts on mailing during the holiday season? I think it's a good time to acquire. Like, yeah, you might have some mail that goes in the trash a little faster. But I also think around the holiday season, people need money a little bit more. So the ability to acquire, I think, goes up. I'm pretty steady on that. Like, yeah, you probably don't want mail hitting Christmas week or New Year's week, maybe, but early December mail hitting the mailbox, I think is a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. And it's all about in this business, if you guys are serious about it and you guys are trying to get consistent income, you need deal flow and you don't want to pause your mail really ever or your marketing or texting or whatever you guys are doing. That's the two things we teach are texting and mail. That's primarily what we do, cold calling as well, but that's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, you don't want to cut off those leads like that because you'll have a direct pause. You can look back at it and you will see a direct pause in your income when you do things like that. So if you're trying to get steady income, take this really seriously, you got to keep the mail going or the got to keep the text going.
Kyrie asked, does this work with tax lien acquired land as well? I assume, question mark. So what we do, send mail, buy properties 35 to 45% of market value, resell them. If you're doing this with tax lien, you either can go to a tax sale and buy properties like that, or you can target tax delinquent properties. If things are bought from tax sales, they're going to have that's a break-in chain. That's a break-in title chain. You would have to get that insured either with quiet title. You can do it with tax title services. But if you're buying a bigger piece of property or more expensive piece of property, $10,000 or more, you're going to want to get insurance on that before you resell it, or the end buyer is. So that is one loophole. That is one hiccup that can happen with tax lien property.
Or you just double close it and wholesale it to someone and just undercut the hell out of the market and sell it without insurance and try to explain that on the back end because you could probably get away with that too. You just will undercut it. You'll get more money having insurance with it, I think, in the end. But yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah. Cool. If you can get there another couple questions, I'm gonna get Megan's deal up while we're waiting. Let me get this up. Megan.
Awesome. Let's see what other questions we got. How would I submit a potential deal to you? What area are you looking for?
I think she's talking about in terms of deal funding. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can submit on our website, landinvestingonline.com. There's a deal funding tab at the top. You can submit your deal there. What area you're looking for? Really any. We're not specific on areas at all. We like bigger pieces of land. We don't like infill lots for the most part. They're riskier for us. So anything 2+ acres really in any area in the US. We've bought in every state just about, I believe, Ron. Have we?
Not every state, but yeah, most of them.
Which ones haven't we bought in? Connecticut?
Haven't bought in. Yeah, I mean, there's probably I don't know, Alaska, Connecticut. I haven't bought a property in Connecticut.
Oh, Alaska, Hawaii. Don't
New Hampshire we did, Maine we did, New York we did. I'm thinking up there.
Florida,
yeah, I
we
mean,
have all
probably
the Southeast. We have the West, Washington, Oregon,
California. No,
Nevada,
neither Dakota. No,
North
Dakota.
New Mexico. No Dakotas we haven't?
No Montana.
No Dakotas and no Montanas. Those are the ones we haven't.
I think we're buying our first Minnesota deal right now. I haven't done much in Minnesota.
No, we did one.
We're buying our first. No, we're buying our first Michigan deal too. Hey guys, getting ready to send mail, but I read some members sent 6, 7, 8,000 mail and got nothing. Is that bad luck or they just messed up? I mean, there's a learning curve to I wouldn't say
not one thing ever. Usually
there's a learning curve to this business. Like the people who are doing well off the bat in this business have a sales mentality. It is a sales game. Like I don't want to, like you're going to have leads calling you in. You need to find a way to close them. And people who you can't take leads for granted, Dan. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. And there's a learning curve, just like anything. Like people do start off slow. People also start off in their first 3,000 mailers. Like Daniel had a call with someone. It was yesterday or something. She didn't send mail. Shelby, she didn't send mail for a couple months. And like, we had no idea how well she was doing. We knew she quit her job from this, and she's done 10 deals on like 30,000.
No,
mailers.
she didn't have a deal for 6 months.
She didn't have a deal for 6 months.
And she didn't have a deal for 6 months, but so she got a deal her first mailer. She closed the deal the first month on the buy and sell side, pretty much. and then it flipped it quick, buy 15, sell 32. So she knew it worked.
Mhm.
And then she had a 6-month pause. I don't know how much mail she was sending though. Didn't sound like she was going very aggressive. I'm not positive. She can correct you on that. But and then the first 12 months, excluding that, she got through it. Excluding that 6 months, the whole 12 months combined, including that 6 months, she still gross profit over 500 because she's stuck with it. She got a deal that netted 200 or gross profit to over $270,000. She's had 11 deals, but she got through the tough time. 6 months is long. That's one of the more significant ones I've seen, but it does happen. That's why we push texting as well. We push treating every lead very seriously. And 6, 7, 8,000, is that bad luck? Yes, but they're also not doing things right. They're probably pricing incorrectly, underpricing, not getting enough calls, overprice, whatever it is. It's just
You make
there's a learning
adjustments.
in this business for sure.
Yeah, you make
You have that
adjustments and
data.
go
If you
from
want
there.
more leads from that data, text. Go through the texting course that we have. It's all, you have access to it if you're a member. Go through it, start texting, get more leads.
All right. Megan, I've seen this deal before. I'm not going to pull this one up because it's a bigger deal too, especially with you being a member. And this YouTube's recorded for everyone. See what questions we have. Get your questions in here. How do you know
You
if
can look at
land?
it at the 6 o'clock, Megan, but going on.
Yeah. How do you know if land has sewer? You call the county. You call the city. They'll tell you.
They'll tell you. You give them the address,
Septic's very
location.
normal. Rural America, where we are showing you guys deals, it's very, very common to need septic. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's all right.
normal.
It's all right. You don't have septic, you don't have utilities, but there's access to them, right? You have to drill a septic, or you have to put in a septic and drill a well. That's normal. And then you have electricity at the road because there's nearby houses.
Yep.
Very, very normal. It's not even that rural. I remember when I was living in Columbus, like you go 20 minutes out, in Dublin, even in a lot of areas, there was houses all over with septic. I was shocked, but it was pretty suburban. Like it's not unusual at all.
All right. Real quick, Dan, you want to go over this Black Friday
Yeah,
thing
let's
real
get
fast?
into it. Look
All
at this,
right,
guys. Stay in. This is a great offer that we have here for, I know
the
a bunch
video
of
is
you
getting
guys are
updated,
watching here.
Dan. Still the old video on here, but go ahead.
Yeah, this video is not updated. We're getting that updated. We're finalizing the editing, but we have the course has been sold out for a little bit now. We're opening it back up to a Black Friday bundle, right? This is the theme of this is done for you. It comes with a free coaching. It comes with 2,000 records. We're going to price your mail for you. We will price your mail for you. We're going to select the market with you for you. So we're going to select a market, figure out what's a profitable market. Then we're going to price your mail, and we're going to get you the records for free. So the whole beginning of the business model, that's what you do, right? You come in, one of the first things you do is you select a county. Like, where am I going to market to? Okay, now I got to pull data. I got to price the mail. I got to do all this stuff. We're going to take that off your plate. We have a team behind us. We have pricing people overseen by Ron and I. We look at every single pricing. You have coaching calls with us, and it's a done for you package essentially. And we're doing this. This is normally $4,000 of value, and we're doing this for $995. And to be honest with you guys, we were having this conversation earlier. We just wanted to pack this with value. Like, we're not really making money on this deal. This is when you look at the free records, the coaching call, and everything in.
We have someone with a master's in data science pricing
Masters
your
in
mail.
data science. Yeah. Pricing this for you.
He's pricing your mail.
Pricing your mail. Yeah. And analyzing county. Like, it's a lot of value, but we wanted to bring it, and we wanted to bring it hard. And there's only 25 spots. It is very, very limited. I put a waiting list link in the description here. I'll also type it in to the chat so you guys have it. This is the Black Friday bundle. It is temporary. It's going to be launched sometime this week. We have a waiting list. Get on that waiting list to get news. Scroll down, Ron. What else am I missing? And it comes. Oh yeah. So it also comes with the lifetime access to everything you normally get, which is the boot camp, the advanced modules, the texting for land course, all your accounts, all your templates, everything. You get access to everything. You're not going to buy this course and then come back to buy more courses later. This is a program, right? You get an accountability group. You get the private calls. You get all the calls that we get. You get on everything. We don't sell, get you in and then keep going. This is a one-time thing, and you come in and you have access to everything.
So what you're going to do in that coaching call right here, guys. So you get all this normal stuff. That's normal stuff with the course. You get a one-on-one coaching call. You're going to select your market in that coaching call with your coach. And then we are going to pull 2,000 records for you. This is $200 of value right here in terms of 2,000 records. And then we're going to take it from there. We're going to send it to our pricing team, and they're going to price it. We're going to send it back to you. And on top of that, you're going to get the CRM you're going to get the CRM to keep track of everything. So that's how kind of the flow will work. Not much more on here, Dan.
I forgot about the CRM. You get a CRM with that too. Yeah, I forgot.
This is the CRM plus our course is $1,800 when it's not Black Friday, essentially.
Just for that and everything else added. This, like we said, $4,000 is what this would normally cost when we added everything up, and that's not a made up $4,000. That is like you're getting a one-on-one coaching call. A lot of free stuff here, just free. It's packed with stuff. That's why it's so limited. This is going to sell out. We have over 100 people on the waiting list, but get on there.
We can say the time, Dan. It's 10 a.m. Friday. 10 a.m. Friday. Like, I don't think this is going to last very long, guys, to be 100% honest. 10 a.m. Friday Eastern time. Like with what we're giving for this, like Daniel said, it's a lot of value. That was our whole plan with this. It wasn't about making money. It wasn't about selling as many as we can. It's about providing as much value to you guys. One-on-one coaching. It's one call. Bergen County S. It's just the first 2,000. It's your first county. So what you're going to do in that coaching call is pull a county that's going to have right around 2,000 records. We're going to take that. We're going to pay for the data. We'll do all that. And then it's going to go to our pricing team. We'll forward you the price thing so you can review everything. And then you'll do the mailing part and then kind of go from there.
Yep. All right. Let's keep pushing it. If you guys have questions on that, we'll go through it. I think that's enough information for you guys. Limited. It's not going to be around long. So next week or the week after, whatever, don't ask about it because it's going to be gone. All right, let's keep moving then. It does come with the CRM. Someone asked. Let's see what we got here, Ron. Anything else we got? Get your guys' questions in. We got 8 more minutes, and then we got to head to the member call.
Milo, you should have been forwarded to a thank you page or something. If you filled it out and hit submit, we should have your contact. But yeah, let's what do you guys?
Milo, I talked to you. There? Yeah, we talked on the phone. Yeah, you're on that list if you submitted that. But yes, you only need to submit it once. You'll get emails on that. But what are you saying, Ron?
Yeah, I said any other questions, guys, get them in. We have about 5 more minutes. I don't think I have time for another deal, Dan, unfortunately. But yeah, here to answer any questions you guys have.
Let's go over if someone else was asking about so this class will teach us the strategies June asked. So yes, this is going to take you through everything you need to know. So choosing a county, selecting a market, pricing, going through it's step A to Z. If it's not in there, we have a community to back it, but it's that's the thing. So course in general, our philosophy behind this, we're adding a ton of stuff to it right now, but a course puts you in a box and we try to provide as much information in that box as possible. Right. But it's still a box because it's limited. So that's why we're a program, right? You come in, you get an accountability group. You come in, you get the VIP Discord in the community. You get the member calls, everything else that comes with it. In the community and the accountability and access to Ron and I and coaching, things like that. That is a ever-ending sphere around the box, pretty much. That anything outside that box gets answered, and that's our philosophy behind it. So deal funding. Someone else was asking about deal funding, how it works. If you have a good deal and you have a good price with the deal and it's good land and everything like that, you'll bring that into our Discord or another people. There's tons of deal funders out there. Just network in the community, find different deal funders and propose the deal to them. Have your due diligence done, have all the information, the price, purchase price, what you think you can sell it for, why you think it can sell that much, some comps maybe. Is there water? Is there utilities? What's the situation? Is there HOA restrictions, things like that? And that's pretty much how it goes. But there, like I said at the beginning, there's plenty of deal funders out there.
100%. A couple of people asked about sending 10,000 texts out. Like, what do you expect your response rate to be, Dan? It matters your strategy. So if you have cold text, you're going to get a lot of response. You're going to get a lot of people angry. Make sure you're doing everything legally by the book with that kind of stuff. When you're doing cold text, follow-up text is following up. You send a piece of mail, you follow up. Hey, did you get my piece of mail? Would love to talk to you on the phone.
Most of them won't connect the dots either, but follow-up does work well.
What's your experience, Dan, in terms of the response rate? 10,000 texts. Someone said booked calls. I don't know if I would consider it booked calls. Another person said like response rate. They both asked kind of the same thing about 10,000 texts. Let's just assume cold.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of responses. That's why it's so around 10% probably. If you're going 10,000, if need to have good work with launch control. They have really good customer support. You can get your thing set up. If you're in the course, go through that as well. But 10,000 can get you 10 to 15% response rate if you're doing things right. That's a lot of responses. So you need to have your operations in place for sure. I'll look at the data in terms of price per, or not price per mail. I was going to say price per or acquisition per text to see how many gets a deal. It changes with cold and follow up. Follow up works really, really well. You can bring, we're averaging $25,000 of profit per deal, and it takes us about, anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 to get it. If you start adding follow up text, you can bring that, $1,000 to $1,500 cost to get it down to like 4, 5, 600 if you're follow up text. You'll just get more leads. It's a lot of work. But if you guys want to scrap a deal and then send mail later, like texting is a great option for that. There is no reason you can't get deals through texting.
100%. Yeah, I mean, it's a volume game. You'll get a lot of responses. It's a lot of operations, like we always kind of talk about. But 10,000 texts is a lot. You will get deals if you're doing things correctly, for sure. We have 556. We do have a few more questions. Let me go. If you stop paying $99 every month, do you lose advanced modules? Yes.
And the access to the community, correct?
Yeah, so you'll lose the ongoing education, because that's what we do with advanced modules. It's a lot of ongoing education, our members only calls, that kind of stuff. That's what the $99 and your resources as well, in terms of data tree, that kind of stuff. I see the link for
about the link to the Black Friday sale. You'll see that landing page that we brought up on. If you get on that waiting list, we'll send it to you, I think, tomorrow or Friday. But yes, we just wanted to pull that up. That's not a live page yet.
Which mailing company we use? We partner with Rocket Print for you guys. So we have a service where we partner with them. You don't have to prepay for anything. You just pay as you go with us. That's on our website. That's for members only. What's the main difference between your CRM and Pebble? I'm not all too familiar.
Pebble is more of a data warehouse. It manages all your data, which ours does too, but it's more interconnected to a bunch of stuff on their side, but it's less friendly on the CRM side, actually managing your deals. Ours is very friendly on managing the deal flow. And they're working on that. We know Jesse well, and we were both on his podcast recently as well. Both good options. Pebble's not cheap. Ours isn't cheap up front, but we don't charge ongoing. Ours comes with modules with it. But look into Pebble too. Like Pebble's I believe in Pebble for sure. It's a good software.
Yeah. I have land all around me. Are you actually starting the free one-on-one sessions?
One last thing, Ron, about the CRMs. One thing I do know with ours is you can scale to $5-10 million. It's very scalable. You can have a lot of deals in there. It's not going to get messy. You can host a lot of data in there, and it's clean in that way. But go on.
It's built on $1 billion. I would assume Airtable is like pushing $1 billion. I'd imagine, but it's built on a, I don't know, $300 to $500 million platform, at least, where Pebble, it's only the CRM, so their capabilities are capped. Like, if you know what I don't want to say our CRM is basic, but you can do a lot more things. It's built in Airtable. You can do a lot more things and improve it.
Connections wise, yeah.
The scalability is better, but Pebble also has great connections. Pebble also is $200 a month in, or $279 or something like that.
Yeah, but it does have great connections, and Jesse's doing a great thing over there in the land industry.
Yeah, absolutely. I have land all around me. Are you actually starting the free one-on-one sessions? I'm a little confused with the question, Johnny. We will not, the first call for members, we will not be in the call, if that's what you're asking. It's not going to be coaching with Daniel or myself. It's going to be with a very experienced land investor selecting that market.
Yeah.
How much is that from?
We overlook all that stuff. Don't worry though. They're better than us at it. CRM $0 monthly.
Airtable's like $15. You don't pay us anything monthly. It matters what tier on Airtable. There are some capabilities where if you're trying to scale up, you might need to pay $15 or something.
You don't need to pay anything for the most part, unless you start doing hundreds of thousands of pieces of data in there. Don't worry. Yeah, it's once you get it, we give you the template and everything for it, and we pretty much give you a built out land flipping template in Airtable, and then have a bunch of videos to walk through it. Our CRM price, Ron, what is it? $1,000?
It's $800 if you're not a member. But again, this Black Friday thing, you're getting for $995. You're getting the course, everything plus the CRM. If I have land for sale by me, is it still possible to partner up? We typically don't do on market deals. So if it's for sale by you, it's probably on market. We try to buy off market. If you have the right deal, like it can happen for sure. But
Not often.
it all matters about the deal. We try to buy things for 40% of market value. So if it's worth $100,000, we
And
buy
that's
for
the thing,
40.
Johnny Deep. You have one property that you know for sale, so you know that owner, but zoom out on a map a little bit around your area
Yep.
and think of all those owners that want to sell, but it's not listed. They haven't taken the step. That's where we come in. We send blind offers to, and we offer to buy their land, and then it sparks an interest, and we close it to them. We close the property very quickly, get them their money, and that's where it is. That's why we focus on off market, because there's just really strong deals. Not saying it can't happen. On market can happen, especially with value adds like subdividing, like we like to teach and preach, especially the last 6 months. But I would focus on off market because there's so many landowners out there, believe it or not, that don't want their land. And that's just a fact.
But we got to get to our members call. If you guys are a member, hop in on Zoom to our members only call. Other than that, guys, join that waiting list if you haven't already, and we will see you guys soon.
I put the link in there, and the link to the waiting list is in the chat or in the description below as well. But thank you guys for joining. We'll be back next Wednesday. Members, we'll see you right now on the other call.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.